Hey everyone, I'm Coach K, and today we're going to cover some projects that you probably have never even heard of, look at the market and analyze where we might be going, and give you some laughs and have some fun. So before we get started right now, I want you guys to go and click on that subscribe and like button and smash on that bell. Do it right now. I'll see you guys in a second.
Fat kiddo, fat kiddo, huge fat kiddo. On a bull market. Fat kiddo, fat kiddo.
We're going to see multi-X gains again.
So let's look at Bitcoin and see what happened with it. So as I said, we're going to come down to this level. We didn't get all the way down there, but look how that 21-day EMA is pretty much now level to it. So we held it. We pumped back up yesterday. We were saying this 11.5 is a very important area, and we're still in it, but we're still not above this 11.9 level, which would make us, more bullish in the short term. Right now on Bitcoin, I'm still short term a little bit bearish. Think we could come and retest that level again. But like I said yesterday, I do expect us to come up into that level, and I am bullish overall long term. We'll just have to see how that plays out. Quickly going over Ethereum, it's kind of following my nice beautiful red line here of a bounce and continuation on up. Okay, so Ethereum, we have it following very nicely with what I expected to happen. Come and retest this level as it broke through too fast. It needed to come back and test it. So we've tested it. I think we might test it one more time as the Tenkan future looks like it's going to come up. And we'll tap that and potentially come higher. So watch that $400 level. If we break that, we'll look at $395, potentially $385, and then our level down here at $365. Those are the areas that you should be watching out for. Looking at gold, quickly over that, we see that it's still holding this level of support, made a tweezer bottom, came back and retested that level. So gold is kind of a little bit bearish because that 21-day yellow line, 21-day EMA has not been broken above. So let's see how that plays out. We still could come back down to this flat Kijun, even though we already did test it very recently. Looking at the DXY, we saw that it pumped the other day, and then it came back down, and today it's kind of up. So that's probably why Bitcoin and Ethereum are not pumping, but a lot of the other coins are, which is quite interesting. Looking at the stock market, it's kind of in a limbo, keeps touching this high right here and not being able to break it. Let's see if it taps 5 times and then breaks above. Usually that's the rule of 5. If you don't know about it, you should learn about it. Okay, so let's look at XDC. As you know, if you've been in my group at Coach's Corner, I'm going to go over that in a bit. But if you've been in my group, you know that I've been very bullish on XDC because of the halving play that it has. It did already do a nice 40% move for one of the trades that we got in earlier. But what I look for here is a 200-day EMA holding very, very nicely, a strong hammer off that level of support. And we come and we make a bullish engulfing candlestick. And this one is extremely bullish because it's only been about 10 hours since that happened. As we can see, we have 14 hours left in the day. Lisk is another one, another halving play. I do believe that this has a high amount of upside. Its halving is in a month and a little bit, and Lisk is an old school project. Japanese love it, and if you look at the chart, you zoom out, you see that there's not too much stopping it from getting all the way up to this level. And so we could look at it, as a 200% play, 100% play, but this is a good midterm hold for the next at least month or so. And we did break out of this level over here, right there. And so that's Lisk. Thank you very much, sir. Let's get back into it and go into the BQX. BQX is a perfect play that I've been setting up. Just showing you guys that up here, I thought it would come down and tap this level, the red level, the Kijun Sin, the magnet to that will pull it all the way down when we get too far away from it. So we see it pulled back down, and we entered just here at a 1320, just above that. So we didn't get front run because it didn't actually get all the way down to 1312. It got front run by 1 sat, as you can see, 1313. So we got in, and we will expect a bounce, and we'll see something similar to this. And I do think we could get very much higher because there's not much stopping it from going all the way up to this level at 3000 sats. So we could look at this as being a potential level for us to come to. And so that's a very bullish looking chart. And remember, this is a crypto.com competitor with a fully diluted supply. So this is something very bullish, as we can see this on here. Lots of movement. If it does a lend, oh my goodness. Yeah. He likes it. He likes it a lot. Looking at DIA, I've talked about this a couple days in a row, and look, it's just still on this bullish movement. Now, if we go to a shorter time frame, you can see it look a lot nicer. So we've hit this level a few times. We may drop from this level. We had a hangman at resistance up there. Not really a perfect hangman, more like a doji, but we see that up there, and I think it's still going to continue pushing higher. It's very bullish right now. Another thing that's super bullish is this, YFI. I've never seen something do this. Well, I have seen stuff do this, but you know, it's broken Bitcoin's level. As I said yesterday, it will be first to break Bitcoin's all-time high very easily. You know, for it to go from 15 to 20K will not take much, as you guys have seen. It literally in not even 7 days has gone from 4,000 to 15,000, actually hit 16, almost $17,000. Craziness. But we're seeing that it's a little bit in the indecision level here where it's pushed down and come back up. So let's see how the daily ends up closing on YFI. YFI is a big, huge decentralized finance project. Let's see how they farm it.
Dude.
Pretty cool stuff. All right, ZEC is another one to keep your eyes on. It has a halving in November. One of the ones that you can pick up early and often and hold for quite some time. This one has a huge amount of upside, as you can see, and we could get all the way up to 21,000 sats from 6,800 right now. This would again be a midterm play, at least 1 to 2 month hold if you're going to go into it. Now we're still waiting for this bad boy to break and come across and tap. So we're just gonna wait and look for IoTeX to do that. And there's many other plays I will go over later, but that's your plays for today. It's time for face melting. Now let's look at Rio Chain. These guys are really interesting. Another parachain project, which is basically trying to compete or beat Crypto.com. As we know, they are a billion-dollar company, a billion-dollar cryptocurrency, and they're not small by any means. These guys are really going to go for it. And their mission basically is to, again, like the others I've talked about, bridge the gap with mass adoption by bringing digital assets and traditional finance and decentralized finance all into one place. And their philosophy, and we'll read this directly, is they designed Rio Chain to make it fast, scalable, interoperable, meaning it can go on many different blockchains. So if you have different crypto assets, you don't have to have, like, let's say Trust Wallet only for Ethereum, but you can use their wallet for Ethereum or Cosmos or Polkadot. You'll be able to use all of them. And why? Because they're using, again, parachain technology, which lets them basically go and do anything on any of the networks, as well with really, really tight security and adaptability. So this is what Rio Chain is. I'm very bullish on Rio Chain, just as I've been bullish on Mantra. Again, another one that's easily a 10x out of the gate. They're raising about $21 million, and really like only 7 to 8 million or 9 million will be on day one. And if what they're doing is competing with Crypto.com and they're a billion-dollar company, you do the math in your head to think, well, how hard would it be to get to 70 or 80 million? How hard would it be to, you know, get to a billion? And they have interoperability, so they have a little bit more than Crypto.com has. All right, so one thing we do before we're going to go away is I'm going to show you something. I'm going to open up my Telegram and show you guys what you're missing by not being in Coach K's VIP trade setups. Now, this is free. You just go into Coach's Corner, right? You just look it up on Telegram and you can get into all the trades that we've been doing. Now, if you run through all the trades that have been happening, you'll see something. Here's some of the trades that we've been in the most recent times. We just entered a BQX, like we said. Nexo we're in right now. It's still in a viable area, but Atom, 2 targets hit. SXP, 2 targets hit. Ocean we called before the Binance listing, that crushed. Luna we called before Binance listing, that crushed. Lisk right now, as you guys saw, we called that a while ago, that's crushing. Noya we called it like 0.007, that's also up 40%. BQX, we're looking now again at that trade for the second time, as well as Parallel we closed with 1, and we had a couple small losses along the way with FET actually smashing targets. And you guys can see all of this really easily, and any trade calls that I make, as well as market analysis of what is happening. We also even put in some music in there if you like that to vibe with while we're trading. So there's so many cool things that I'm doing for all of you. It's free. Join, enjoy, you know what I mean? And that way you guys can all benefit from this too.
It's up to each and every one of you.
Let's see how our sponsors feel about you guys watching this video. Absolutely right. You guys are the best. Now that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm Coach K. Do click on the like, subscribe button, smash up the bell, leave a comment on what you guys think of the videos, of the quality, anything you like. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Have yourselves an awesome day, weekend, and night. See you later.
Fat middle, fat, fat.